I want to teach you, I want to show you how to connect with emotion. If you are an individual who has felt cut off like the majority of society, the majority of human beings in this time and space right now, if you are someone who has a difficulty connecting with their own emotions, I want to give this to you, okay? This is coming through so strong, and I'm excited about this. Just take a deep breath. I'm breathing with you. You want to know how to unlock emotion? The next time you feel an emotion, I don't care what it is, anxiety, anger, annoyance, grief, joy, attraction, curiosity, I don't care. In fact, don't try to name it, just notice. The next time you feel an emotion, the next time you feel a response in your body of any kind, stop what you were doing and say to yourself, I'm feeling an emotion. I am experiencing something. Don't limit it, just let it be. Walk away from everything you're doing. I'm promising you this will benefit you. Give yourself the freedom to feel whatever that emotion is. And start by just acknowledging, I am feeling something. Something is happening in me. Energy is flowing through me at this moment. My guidance system is being activated. Something that is beyond my comprehension of thought is occurring in my body. I am feeling something. Now, I understand the impulse to try to understand it. When your next thought comes of, what is this and why am I feeling it? Respond by saying, it's okay. I don't need a reason for this. I don't need to know why I'm feeling this emotion. I don't need to understand it, to label it, to limit it. I just want to feel it. I just want to feel it in this moment. Emotion, I invite you to express in my body freely. This is a part of me. You are allowed here. I welcome you. And now, feel into your body. Feel into the space of the emotion. Connect with it consciously, deliberately in that moment. Don't try to push it anywhere. Don't try to decide it belongs in a certain spot. Just feel. Where is this feeling? Where in your body are you feeling this? Again, it doesn't matter what it is. You do not need to label it. Just be. Use your internal senses to feel where it is manifesting in your body. Is it in your stomach? Is it in your chest, your throat? Is it somewhere in your neck, your eyes? Does it feel located on one side? What does it feel like physically? Is it a squeezing, a constricting? Does it feel like a gap? Does it feel like a releasing, a relaxing? What does it feel like? Just feel into it and let it be. And the longer that you hold this space for your own emotion, this space being a neutral observance of it, the more it will tell you about itself. Now, if you want to go further, which I suggest, ask the emotion to speak to you. Acknowledge, I am feeling this. This is where I am feeling it. This is how it is feeling to me. Emotion, energy, what is it that you want to tell me? Don't try to tell it what it is. Don't try to force it into a reason for existing. Let it speak. Let it rise. It will rise to greet you. And then listen. Listen in stillness. Listen to what your body says. Listen to what the emotion says. It will give you an answer. You will receive a response. It may be a name. It may be some form of labeling. It might be some sort of visualization. You might sort of feel a color or a texture. You might even receive a sort of scent or flavor memory. Place no limits upon this experience. Allow it to be whatever it be. This is you connecting with yourself in the highest, most intimate way. Let it be. Let it speak to you. That emotion will tell you everything that it wants to, and just allow it. By engaging in this process, it is more than possible to begin flowing and releasing years of repressed emotion. I don't care how long you've been repressing it. Every emotion you've ever felt, if you didn't let it flow, it's still there. Okay? That's what a blockage is. Whether you call it emotional, whether you call it energetic, it's not relevant. You felt an emotion, that energy came into you, and you shut it down because you were programmed to, because you were told, because some other aspect said this is not appropriate. Hide it away, stuff it in a box, and try to forget it. You can't forget it. That emotion has its own memory. It's its own entity living inside of you. And you must invite it to speak. How do you do this? In the moment of feeling something. Whatever emotion you feel is connected to every other experience of that emotion you've ever had. And so if you have repressed sadness, if you have repressed anger, you don't need to remember and specifically go back and unpack every event that ever caused you to feel those things. No, that's going about it backwards. Healing is something you allow to take place. It's not something you do. You don't try to pump your blood. You let it flow. When you have a wound, how much of that healing are you actively participating in? And how much of it are you just trusting to take place and allowing? It's just feeling and trusting what's happening in the moment. So when you feel anger, lean into that. I'm not telling you to go punch people. That's not the impulse you'll receive when you lean into anger. It's not. When you let that anger speak, it will express itself to you in a clear and concise way. Repressed anger is what leads to explosive decompression. That is what causes someone to snap. This is not that. This is how you release that pressure. The next time you feel an emotion, especially like anger, sadness, pain, any of these, all of these which have been deeply repressed by much of society, acknowledge that you are feeling it. Acknowledge that it is important, that it is beneficial to you, that it is allowed to exist, that it is right to exist, and then do not label it. Allow it to speak. If it has a memory attached to it, it will present to you. You will not have to remember it. It will come back with the emotion. Simply allow it to rise, allow it to feel. And over the course of days, hours, minutes, you can release all of the emotion you have trapped within your body. I am speaking of this from personal experience. And I am not you, you are not me. We cannot feel for one another in this way. But I am one who had repressed anger for a very long time. It was not appropriate. From my own perspective, it was something I had held back because I am one who wants to love. But I had no comprehension of the loving power of feeling anger, of the empowerment of righteous indignation. Let it flow. The next time you feel it, just acknowledge you're feeling it and engage fully, presently in that experience. I promise you, it will be to your benefit. And you will discover a new level of empowerment from that. You will discover not just the power, but appreciation for your own emotions, your own guidance system, your own intuition. That's what this is. Just give it a try. See how it works for you. Don't take it from me. Experiment. Try it for yourself. No one else can. You are the only one who is feeling the emotions which exist within you. You are the only one who can experience them the way that you do. And what a blessing that is. What a gift to feel something. Just lean into it. Just a thought.